Welcome viewers. Senseless words spewed once more. Meghan Markle's surprising three-word criticism about Harry is upsetting. Stay tuned, this video explains all. Please, if you are new to my channel, take a moment to press the subscription button below and the notification bell for the latest news. When you think about it, it's really interesting that the British monarchy has been led by a woman for the greater part of a century while still viewing feminism with skepticism and distrust. One of the most famous feminist incidents occurred in 1913, when a suffragette named Emily Wilding Davidson threw herself under King George V's horse at the Epsom Derby, and the royal family did not sympathize with her, but rather with the horse. His wife, Queen Mary, went even further, labeling Davidson a horrible woman. So, when Meghan Markle walked down the aisle to marry Harry in 2018, and the world's media used the word first so frequently, the family of Windsor received their first royal wife who boldly declared herself to be a feminist. In 2018, nearly a century after the entire Davidson affair, it appeared that a self-avowed feminist was joining the firm. This is what makes Meghan's statements this week so distressing, if not downright disappointing. Last week, of course, Harry and Meghan appeared in New York for the very first in-person event for Archewell. They were commemorating World Mental Health Day by hosting a panel discussion about the damage done by social media to young people's mental health as part of a larger event put on by Project Healthy Minds. Many people claim that it was a success and that it is a good direction for their non-profit work, but Meghan made a shocking comment during a panel discussion, saying, "Being a mom is the most important thing in my entire life, apart from being a wife to this one," and then she gestured towards Harry. Aside from the fact that she couldn't even use his name, it was very evident that she was attempting to seem sweet, thinking that people would just go "Aya." As a wife to this one, look at what a wonderful woman Meghan is. This is a woman who recently received an award for her efforts on gender equality while declaring that being a wife was the most important part of her life. So here we have a woman who was a member of the cast of a popular television show. Well, kind of successful at least. She did establish her own blog, even if it was quite boring, and she had over 1 million Instagram followers long before she met Harry. And the issue here isn't so much with her being a loving supporting partner to Harry as it is with her suddenly defining herself by her connection with her husband. Meghan is the only woman in royal history to have joined the family with money she earned on her own. Despite having a 1,000-year history, Meghan was the first royal bride to have created a life for herself before marrying. Even if she wasn't particularly successful, Meghan did have a profession before to meeting Harry. And, according to reports, Meghan Markle has been working on gender equality even before she met Harry. She traveled to Rwanda as a World Vision ambassador in 2016, where she focused on clean water and empowering women and girls. After her relationship with Harry became public, she traveled to India and published a really decent essay for Time about eradicating period stigma. She wrote that in communities all around the world, young girls' potential is being wasted. Meghan's image has been that of a proudly independent woman, someone who could make her own money, make her own decisions, and didn't want to just go along with the current quo. Her first major unscripted engagement as a working HRH occurred on International Women's Day in 2019, when she spoke on a panel hosted by the Queen's Commonwealth Trust. During that, she informed everyone that she had recently watched a Netflix documentary that included the sentence, "I can feel the embryonic kick of feminism," and she said she loves it. She was pregnant during the time, and she informed the audience, "So whether it's a boy or a girl, we hope that's the case with our tiny bump." Since moving to California, Meghan has spoken out about the need for paid maternity leave, telling the Dealbook Summit that it's not just about the mother, and telling Vogue that both she and Harry had a primal reaction to the U.S. Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade. Meghan and Harry were in New York in May of this year, of course, to pick up this bought and paid for Ms. Foundation Women's Vision Award. In her acceptance address, she spoke about our aim for a more fair world, and she stated that there is still much work to be done. But now we're hearing the 40-something-year-old phony mother declare that the most important thing in my entire life after being a mother is being a wife, which contradicts everything else she's stated. That sounds like a fairly traditional concept of a wife to me, a wife who is content to let her husband make all the decisions while she takes a back seat. So, what's the deal? I mean, is Meghan going to start walking a few paces behind Harry? Wouldn't that be a change? Is she going to start waiting to speak until she's been spoken to? That would be a huge improvement. We've noticed a pattern with Meghan over the years. She'll pretend to care about something, but when she realizes that it's not bringing her the acclaim she deserves, she'll go on to something else. Well, it appears like she is abandoning feminism, which is a little disheartening. For all of her flaws, we had hoped that she would be able to advocate for women. But it appears that Meghan will be more concerned with ironing her husband's clothes than with standing up for women and girls. I hope she learns to iron her own clothes while she's at it. However, this expression demonstrates that Meghan Markle does not genuinely stand for anything. It's also strange since Meghan was meant to go out on her own in terms of profession, but now she's got tremendous aspirations of her own. Consider what happened in April when the Hollywood talent agency WME announced that they had recruited Meghan Markle as a client but not Harry, and there have also been reports that Meghan is working on a new business project. And we're still waiting for that Instagram account, which we presume is hers, to become live. It's quite a departure from their previous shared Sussex royal, isn't it? Only a month ago, the Daily Guy's Alice and Boso wrote that the latest buzz phrase around Meghan and Harry was brand separation, so how does this career-driven Meghan mix in with conventional wife Meghan? Every time she got for years, Meghan has reminded us that she is the strong feminist who refuses to let anyone define her, that she can do it all on her own, and that she has suddenly transformed into a woman who defines herself according to her husband. Many people believe that the fight for gender equality is not done, so why has Meghan given up? And you, what do you think about the information I gave in this video? Please let me know what you think below in the comments section, and let's talk about this royal couple together. Don't forget to like and share my video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll be back to see you in the next videos.